When did digital tachographs become mandatory in new vehicles? In 2006, digital tachographs become mandatory in vehicles. Regulations state you must download a driver tachograph card. How often? Okay, I'm going to assume it was just a mistake by someone. Who is responsible for enforcing tachograph regulations? RTE, RSA, NRA, HSA. Waiting on one person. All right, I'm skipping. European Work Time Directive states a mobile worker may work a maximum of, read the question. $60 hours in a week. Yes, a maximum of 60 hours you can work in a week, and 56 hours is a maximum you can drive in a week. How long must data from a driver's card be retained on the company premises? So when you're downloading your information or handing in those charts, how long does the company have to keep those records for? Just 1 year is the correct answer. What is the likely cause of tiredness? Insufficient breaks, short driving shifts, regular breaks, automatic gearboxes. That's a pretty easy one, I think. It's a likely cause of tiredness. Insufficient breaks. A bus driver finishes work at 1:10 a.m. What is the maximum length of his or her shift? Night shift is a maximum of 10 hours unless there's a workplace agreement in place. During a 9-hour shift, what is the maximum time spent driving? Remember, after 4.5 hours, you need to take a break, don't you?
You also need to spend 10 to 15 minutes doing your walk around, don't you?
Yep. Yeah, I suppose if you look at that, so really the answer would be 8 hours and 5 minutes, wouldn't it? Between 4.5-hour driving sessions, you must take a break of how long? "45 minutes, of course. How long is a weekly rest period? "45 hours. What is the minimum reduced weekly rest period? It's the most you can reduce your weekly rest to. Whoever gave that answer might want to do a little bit of extra homework. What does night work start? When does night work start and end for transport passenger? So for bus drivers, when does their night shift start and end? Yep, the truck's 12 till 4 and the bus is an hour later, 1 till 5. That's meant to say vehicles with dual drivers can work a maximum shift of Who's not answering? It's a 21. Dual drivers can work a maximum shift pattern for 21 hours. What equipment does a person need to download data from a tachograph unit? Yes, you need a download device to download the information, and you need a company card to unlock the unit, don't you? How often does an analog tachograph unit need calibration? Test, calibrate. Guys, for your answer, always test, calibrate. Test 2 years, calibrate 6 years. How long is a driver's tachograph card valid for? Good. All the cards are valid for 5 years, really, aren't they? The CPC, the tachograph. What's the maximum speed of a bus may travel on a motorway? The answer is 100 kilometers an hour. 80 on a national road, 100 on a dual carriageway, and 100 on a motorway. Does a tachograph unit allow for manual entries? Yes, it certainly does. You turn on the unit, asks you what country you're in. The next question it asks you, do you want to make a manual entry? Can a driver split his rest in 2 periods? Yes, he certainly can. And those 2 periods are, what's the first period?
3.
And the second period is?
9.
9. So you're taking 12 hours out of every 24. You can do it as often as you like. Who do you report concerns of somebody acting illegally as regards driving hours and tachograph? TV3, UTV, TII, or RSA? When divided over a 17-week reference period, the average week may not exceed. What is the minimum reduced daily rest period? Lovely. The normal daily rest period is 11 hours. It can be reduced to a minimum of 9 hours. If splitting a driver's break in half or in 2 pieces, what is the minimum time for the first break? Yes, the first part must be at least 15 minutes. Second part must be at least 30 minutes. A driver must reclaim his hours reduced within 3 weeks before the end of the 3rd week, okay? When is a vehicle exempt from tachograph rules? Regular passenger service not exceeding 60, 80, 50, or 70. Yes, it's 50, of course. Tachograph rules apply to passenger vehicles for hire and reward with the following: 4 or more passenger seats, less than 8 passenger seats, less than 7 passenger seats, more than 8 passenger seats. It's 8 passenger seats. It becomes a minibus, doesn't it?
So if you're a taxi man, do you have to carry that then?
If you're a taxi in a car, you can have 7 passengers, can't you?
Yeah, but you know the way some of them have like a 9-seater.
Yeah, but one of them's the drivers.
Right, so it's
No,
not
no,
them.
no, it'd be the driver and then 7 passenger seats.
Right.
You've got 1 beside you, 3 behind you, it's 4. And sometimes you get another 3 behind that, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 passengers and the driver makes 8. If you have 8 passengers, then it's a minibus. When can a driver take their daily rest period in a parked vehicle? When it is fitted with a bunk. That is your daily rest. If it is weekly rest, then it has to be a reduced weekly rest of 24 hours and it has to have a bunk. What are tachograph units? It's the obvious answer. Don't be clever. Another student just texted me there. They just passed their bus test. That's good news. Yes, it's the electronic yoke in the vehicle. There's 2 students that texted this week that passed their bus test. What's the responsibility of the bus operator in relation to tachograph units? Make sure the driver's radio in the cab, download the data from the driver's vehicle units, have 10-year-old units, have a white coat. Okay, they're silly answers. It can only be that one, can't it? Most people who watch these videos like and subscribe. I'd like to say thank you. Most people who watch these videos like and subscribe. I'd like to say thank you.